What happened to the stars of Pale Rider after more than 40 years? When Clint Eastwood rode into theaters in 1985 as the mysterious preacher, Pale Rider quickly became one of the most memorable westerns of its era. The film gave audiences mystery, revenge, unforgettable characters, and that unmistakable Clint Eastwood presence. But more than 4 decades have now passed. Some of the actors continued successful careers in Hollywood. Some quietly stepped away from the spotlight. And sadly, several beloved members of the cast passed away years ago. So today, we're going back to 1985 and taking a look at the cast of Pale Rider, how old they were when they made the movie, what they did after the film, and how old they would be in 2026. And stay until the end, because we're saving Clint Eastwood and one of the youngest members of the cast for later. Let's take a trip back to the Old West and see what happened to the cast of Pale Rider. Let's begin with Michael Moriarty. Michael Moriarty was 44 when he played Hull Barrett in Pale Rider, a hardworking man determined to protect his mining community. After the film, he continued acting in movies and television, including Law and Order. Today, at 85, Moriarty largely lives away from the spotlight. Penn was just 19 when he played the ruthless Josh LaHood. His intense performance made the character instantly unlikable. Penn later appeared in Reservoir Dogs, True Romance, and Footloose. Sadly, Penn died in 2006 at just 40 years old. Richard Dart was 56 when he played the powerful mining boss Coy LaHood. His calm, controlled performance made the character even more intimidating. Dart later became famous as Leland Mackenzie on LA Law. Sadly, he passed away in 2015 at age 86. Doug McGrath was 50 when he played Spider Conway, one of the miners standing against LaHood's control. He continued working in both Canadian and American productions, including several westerns. Today, McGrath is 91 and has largely stepped away from regular screen work. Carrie Snodgress was 39 when she played Sarah Wheeler, bringing quiet emotional strength to Pale Rider. Already an Oscar-nominated actress, she continued working in film and television. Sadly, Snodgress died in 2004 at just 58, leaving behind a memorable Hollywood legacy. John Russell was 64 when he played the cold and intimidating Marshal Stockburn. Already famous from Western television, Russell brought years of experience to the role. He died in 1991 at age 70, but his unforgettable presence remains part of Pale Rider's legacy. Charles Hallahan was 41 when he appeared as McGill, one of Coy LaHood's intimidating men. He later became known for roles in Hunter, The Thing, and Dante's Peak. Sadly, Hallahan died in 1997 at only 54 years old. Clint Eastwood was 55 when he became the mysterious preacher in Pale Rider. With barely a word, Eastwood created one of his most iconic Western characters. He later became an Oscar-winning director as well as a legendary actor. Today, Clint Eastwood is 96. Fran Ryan was 68 when she played the tough and sharp-tongued Ma Blankenship. With a career spanning television, film, and stage, she was already a familiar character actress. Ryan sadly died in 2000 at age 83, but her personality still shines through in Pale Rider. Richard Hamilton was 64 when he played Jed Blankenship, a quiet and weathered member of the mining community. He worked across film, television, stage, and radio, later appearing in movies like Men in Black. Hamilton died in 2004 at age 83. Jeffrey Weissman was only 26 when he played Teddy Conway in Pale Rider. But this was just the beginning. He later became famous for playing George McFly in Back to the Future Part 2 and Part 3. Today, Weissman is 67 and remains active in creative work. Randy Oglesby was 36 when he played Aleem, a cautious miner who had learned not to trust powerful men. He later built a long television career, appearing in Star Trek, Enterprise, Independence Day, and Pearl Harbor. Today, Oglesby is 78. Herman Popp was 41 when he appeared as Ulrich Lindquist, one of the hard-working miners. Though his role was small, he helped make the mining camp feel authentic. Popp later appeared in The Rocketeer and Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Today he is 82. Say Griffin was 31 when he played Deputy Folk, one of LaHood's intimidating enforcers. Beyond acting, Griffin also worked as a poet, performance artist, and publisher. Today, at 72, he remains known for his creative work both on screen and beyond Hollywood. Billy Drago was 39 when he played the terrifying Deputy Mather. His cold stare and distinctive appearance made him instantly memorable. He later became famous as Frank Nitti in The Untouchables. Sadly, Billy Drago died in 2019 at age 73. John Dennis Johnston was 35 when he appeared as Deputy Tucker. His rugged appearance made him a natural fit for westerns. He later worked in films like 48 Hours and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Today, Johnston is 76 and largely away from the spotlight. Michael Adams was 35 when he appeared as one of Stockburn's horsemen. With experience in acting, stunts, and stunt coordination, he helped bring the film's action to life. Sadly, Adams died in 2010 at age 60 after suffering a stroke. Gene Hartline was just 32 when he appeared as one of Stockburn's horsemen. A highly experienced stunt performer, Hartline later worked on films including The Terminator, Back to the Future, and Iron Man. Sadly, he died in 2017 at age 60. Jerry Gatlin was 51 when he appeared as one of Stockburn's horsemen. He worked as an actor, stuntman, assistant director, and stunt coordinator on films like Silverado and Sudden Impact. Gatlin died in 2021 at age 87, leaving behind decades of action film work. Buddy Van Horn was 56 when he appeared as the stage driver. But behind the scenes, he was much more important, serving as Clint Eastwood's stunt double, stunt coordinator, and director. Van Horn died in 2021 at age 92 after an extraordinary Hollywood career. Sidney Penny was only 13 when she played Megan Wheeler alongside Clint Eastwood. Her innocence and curiosity gave Pale Rider a softer emotional side. Penny continued acting in film and television for decades. Today, Sidney Penny is 55 and remains connected to creative work. And that brings our journey through Pale Rider to an end. Over 40 years later, the faces may have changed, but their performances still live on. Which actor do you remember most? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next Then and Now story.